Hello, teacups. So today we're going to talk about Reesa Teesa from TikTok. I've got some clips for you to see. This is going to be awesome. Check this out.
Who the did I marry?
Reesa Teesa from Georgia has gone viral after she outed her ex-husband as a pathological liar and master manipulator in a 50-part TikTok series. The nearly 8-hour-long saga broke down every step of Reesa's explosive relationship with ex-husband's Legion, detailing the lies he told to con her into a relationship. Reesa says he gave false promises of hidden wealth, offering to buy her lavish gifts, including paying for her rent and bills, but would fake phone calls with financial advisors and find excuses not to pay. He even said he was working as the vice president of a condiment company. She discovered he was in fact unemployed and cheating with his ex-wife. Her suspicions came to a head when she was asked to provide her spouse's social security number for a new job, only to discover he had lied about where he lived, where he went to school, and said she was forced to run a background check on him. Her ex-husband has now hit back at her claims, telling her to stop lying.
The real reason I left you, you cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Regardless of whose side you're on, the dramatic saga has left online users second-guessing their own partner's credibility.
Bam! I need social security numbers. Offshore accounts. Do you have offshore accounts?
There have been strong opinions all over TikTok about this series that she did as an audiobook on TikTok.
I recently saw a video of Legion, Reesa Teesa's ex, and I don't know what he was on that video lying about because all I could focus on was his face. It's something on his face, like he has some type of skin condition. It looked like the man got scabies. I don't know where that came from because Reesa only told us you had knee problems. I had no idea that his face was looking like that. It was horrible. I ran straight to the comments. People were saying like his name is Legion because he has lesions all over his face. That was way worse than lesions. That man, he looked like he got leprosy. And as somebody who has a skincare routine, I don't always do the nighttime regimen because I just be tired and don't care. I saw Legion and his lesions on my For You page. I got right up and did what I needed to do. Legion, you need some azelaic acid gel, some tretinoin. You need everything. You would never catch me on camera looking like I have scurvy. So, Legion, I don't know where your life is right now. I don't know what part of the country you're in right now, but you need to eat an orange. Get a vitamin C shot.
Now, also make no mistake about it, there are some people who do not believe this man. They think he's a liar and he's insane.
This is where this man is at. He's stuck in the second grade. I'm telling you, he's smart slow. I'm trying to tell you. The man not no sociopath. See, so that's why I try to tell y'all with the terminology that y'all be using. Ted Bundy is what the terms y'all using. Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. This just a retarded man in the literal sense of the word. Now, it's different types of retardation. Not all retardation is smart enough to come up with this type of lies. Now, but it's a lot of retardation that get very street smart. Very street smart. I worked with them, mildly retarded men, for 5 years. They smart now. They not all of them could read and write really well, but just figuring stuff out. Well, listen, they'll have you twisted up like a pretzel. You hear me? They will sit there and have you thinking that they great-granddaddy a billionaire and that they got money coming. And that if you don't get them another cookie, and if you don't take them to the store to get their treat out their little government check, you ain't gonna get a piece of that billion when it hit. These mildly retarded men. So to me right now, where I'm at in the story,
So if you've made it this far and you still don't know who Reesa Teesa is, check this clip out of her introducing herself to the world.
Hi, I am Reesa Teesa. I am the creator of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series that has been all over TikTok. I do realize that this series has gone completely viral, but I'm happy to see that people are having conversations about it. I'm happy to see that people are watching it, but more importantly, I'm happy to see that it is helping someone, even if it is just one person. That was the purpose of putting this video series up, to tell my story and to tell it detailed and in order. With that being said, I do have a public service announcement. The series, Who the Fuck Did I Marry?, is not something that you have to sit down and hold your phone and watch. I did it the way I did it, so that way you actually can listen to it as an audiobook, chapter by chapter, in order. So, if you see this and you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing 50 parts, don't worry. Simply go to my page, click on the playlist, and it will play in order for you. You can listen to all the times I made bad decisions. You can clearly listen to the good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing, but most importantly, the redemption and the forgiveness that I'm trying and learning to give myself. All in all, do not be dismayed by the fact that it's 50 parts. Think of it as an audiobook. That's how it was done. That's how it was recorded. Do whatever you need to do in your daily lives and just play it in the background. And if you still feel like this was way too long, she dragged it out, fair enough. But I challenge you to listen to the entire series. I challenge you to listen to it in order. That way, a lot of the questions you have that you all are asking, they will be answered. If you still have questions at the end, I get it. And I understand. You guys be blessed. And I hope and pray that this series has helped somebody.
So now, let's take a look at Legion, the co-star of this saga, and see what he has to say.
Hello again. Y'all just can't quit and can't stop trying to keep a man down. So I went and called Bradley and I told him to call me, and I'm going to have him speak his own words. And then that's going to be that. And y'all ain't going to say nothing else and quit lying on me all everywhere. See, he's going to call me right now. See that? Hello, Bradley. Hello. Hello, is this Bradley? Hello, yes, this is Bradley. Right, so, Bradley, yes, well... I had sexual relations with your wife. Mm-hmm. Reesa Teesa. Mm-hmm. Right, and so, why don't you... Basically because I was jealous of the fact that you are the vice president of our company and you drove a BMW and I only drove a Charger, a black Charger. See, I told y'all. So you need to apologize. I'm very sorry because it is clear that you are the better man. You are the greatest man. And I want to say I'm very sorry. Well, it's about time that you let... goodbye. Stop button on this. There you have it. There you have it. I don't know what else I can show y'all. He went out of the horse's mouth. He went and said it himself. That's it. All right, so we're going to put all this to rest, all this nonsense of people talking about me. All right. Let it stop button.
Okay, so I also found this creator that said Legion had a deal with Netflix, which is a total falsity. It's not true, but here we go.
It's your boy at work, taking a break. Just thought I'd come to you today. You know, it's day like 16 of filming, not to mention working. So the good thing is the next couple of days we're off from filming, so I can take a break. I can just go to work and come home and relax.
The great thing about this is that Reesa Teesa is gaining popularity and even doing talk shows and radio shows and more.
Who she calls, now this is her version, a pathological liar. She goes by the name Reesa Teesa. I just love that name. And her series, that's not her real name. And her series of videos, Who the Beep Did I Marry, has gripped well over 100 million viewers on TikTok. She says her now ex-husband introduced himself to her as the vice president of a major company. Together, they look for expensive homes and luxury cars to purchase using funds from offshore bank accounts that he said he had. When his promises kept falling through, Reesa Teesa says she needed answers. She reached out to her now ex-husband's brother, Chris, who offered a very, how shall we say, interesting theory.
Now, this is the part that might blow some minds. The twin brother, the one that is older by 20 minutes, is VP of his company, is married, drives a luxury car, and lives in like a 4 or 5 bedroom house in Nashville.
Wow.
So Chris is saying to me, he was like, it sounds like he took the identity of the twin and was trying to act like that's his life.
Oh, man.
Now, she claims everything her ex told her was a lie. His finances, his job, his title, his family history, his past relationships, his criminal past, and much more. So she's on TikTok. She has 8 hours of video. 50 parts. She called... I mean, she's amazing to me.
Wow.
She's got 50 parts. There are millions and millions of views on each part. And she details all of the drama and trauma that this guy put her through. His name, she says, is Legion. That's not his real name. Now, Legion, of course, is disputing her story. He's not talking. But now,
He
you
is
know,
now.
she said
He's
at one
talking
point he had
now.
planned to go to London and Paris. So Delta Airlines has reached out and said, your trip of a lifetime starts with us. Flights are on us. I like that. Hilton has commented on her post saying, you want to do the most? We are the hostess with the mostest. There's a hashtag, deserve Reesa in Europe. So, I mean, you know, this woman has struck a nerve to anybody who has been involved with a guy who they did not believe tell the truth. Now, again, we have to emphasize, this is her side of the story.
Right.
But she's giving a lot of effort in telling the story and getting it out.
Women everywhere, they're like, sounds true to me.
Yes, that's one woman's journey of being married.
And the bad thing about this is, as Reesa Teesa gains popularity, Legion is continuing his rants on social media.
We looked at her credit, we looked at mine. When we looked at her credit, it wasn't good. So I talked to a financial advisor I know, and my brother, Miguel. He's not my blood brother, but he, you know, like I told you, he gave me some good advice. He said, listen, bro, you want to go into a house with this woman, I'm advising you not to do it, but if you're going to do it, she don't have the capital, so what you're going to have to do is it's going to be you. So if you put her on the loan, you're going to pay more. So you might as well just put yourself on there and take care of everything, and you can put her name on the house as just someone living there. So when we talked about it, she agreed to it, but we were still into this marriage. And I told her I'm not comfortable with buying a house with you just yet. I'll sublease my house out, and you know, we can live, you know, somewhere, or you can do something different. We can figure something out. What she didn't do, and this was the first red flag for me, is she signed a 2-year lease at that house in Riverdale, and she didn't tell me anything about it. The only way I found out about it, because I asked her, because it was coming close to the time to renew the lease, and she said, I already signed a 2-year lease. Why would you do that?
But wait, there's more.
So the apartment is just the apartment I lived in during the week during work. I lived other side of Atlanta, so for me going to the house, this was 5 minutes versus driving an hour and 10 minutes with traffic to my house.
So you already had a house?
Yeah.
So that wasn't mentioned in the story. I don't know if you know that, but
yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, she said that all you had was the studio apartment. So you had a house and a studio apartment.
Yep, stayed in a studio apartment through the week because traffic in Atlanta is horrible, and trying to get home and get back and wearing out. I'm wearing myself out in the afternoon getting off work, and I'm in the car for 2 hours. Where a studio apartment, 15 minutes. She lived in Riverdale. I actually lived in Douglasville. but the job was in what is that? Like Duluth area. So if you look on the map, Duluth and Douglasville is far, and Clayton County, Riverdale is farther. So it was easier for me to get this studio apartment, be there during the week, because I would be at work sometimes 8 o'clock, and then having to drive home, get up, make that drive, this studio apartment. And a couple people that work with me, we all did the same thing. We all rented out of this building because it was easier.
So, in short, here's what I think. I think that Reesa Teesa put her story out to help people, but to also tell her truth. She was very transparent, and I have a hard time thinking that a woman would put herself on the line on social media in front of everybody, admit her faults, and all of the things, not putting all of the blame on the guy as most women do when they're hurt, and tell the story like it is. Yes, Legion is going to be upset about it and he's going to have his side, but according to his family, he's somewhat of a pathological liar. He does have some mental health issues that he needs to take care of. He hasn't, been consistent with taking his medication, and it's just a lot going on with him. The fact that he denounces his family, he doesn't have a lot of family. He made up family members, and the real family members, including his ex-wife, including his son, his stepson, has come out to speak on Reesa Teesa's behalf, saying, yes, this is true, and all of that speaks volumes, because exes don't really get along that well. And so for an ex-wife to come out and say, you know what, she's not lying, she's telling the truth, speaks volumes, in my opinion. If you haven't listened to the entire saga, a lot of people have, clips and synopses of all 50 parts. Each part can only be 10 minutes because of TikTok's limit. But 50 parts is what you get. It tells her full story about her marriage to AKA Legion, which Legion is not his real name. If you know, you know. But, everybody calls him Legion because that's what she called him because of what she went through. I do think that he needs help. He needs to get the help that he needs. And I'm really hoping that he doesn't do this to someone else. And it's not that I'm picking sides. I just don't believe him because of the way he put himself out there on social media. If he wanted to tell his story about it, he should have, instead of responding to the things that she has to say, instead of just saying, hey, this is my story. But anyway, we're going to be following this. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate and love every last one of you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'll appreciate it. And so will you. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.